Hello everyone, this is PK Entertainment and we are back again, and here now we have another video for you, and we're quickly going to talk about the recent announcement that Stargirl will be coming to an end after its third season. Now there may be spoilers for the show throughout this video, so just beware, and you can check out my previous reviews of both seasons 1 and 2 of the show, and I'll leave some links within the description. So yes, as of today, the 31st of October 2022, it was confirmed that the series would be coming to an end after its third season closes out. And if we're being honest, this really isn't surprising. We are all well aware of Warner Brothers CEO David Zaslav's plans to cut down scripted TV and focus on the big budget movies. And this resulted, of course, in many of the Arrowverse shows such as Batwoman, Legends of Tomorrow and Naomi all being cancelled. The longest running series of the Arrowverse, The Flash, will also be coming to an end with a limited season in 2023. So when we talk about Stargirl then, the show was very loosely attached to the Arrowverse, if we're being honest, very much standing more on its own. And it was always a show that I felt was severely underpromoted and never really gained massive numbers or a consistent amount of viewership or traction. So really it was only a matter of time before it got cancelled. The show itself debuted on May the 18th, 2022 on a DC Universe streaming platform for its first season, before migrating over to the CW on August of 2021 for its successive seasons after. Focusing on the character Courtney Whitmore, a young female teenager created by Jeff Johns back in 1999, the show saw her come across the cosmic staff from the original Starman, who was part of the Justice Society of America superheroes. The show would see Courtney and her adopted family move to Blue Valley, where she would go on to form a new group of Justice Society heroes in the modern day, taking on the infamous Injustice Society of villains. The show would see her juggling her personal life with that of a superhero leader. And overall, I thought the series was very good, mixing in those brighter, optimistic tones that we saw both with the likes of Smallville and The Flash, with much more intense, darker and scarier story arcs. This was noted in particular with its villains such as Brainwave, Icicle and the Dragon King, who were all very strong, compelling villains. It continued this vein even more so in Season 2 with the emergence of Eclipso, who was able to psychologically damage the Justice Society, which generated a lot of inner conflicts amongst the heroes. Now currently 8 episodes in, sadly Season 3 hasn't been quite as strong as the previous 2, as we see the original Starman Sylvester returning back to Blue Valley, and we are still in the overall mystery of a dark force watching over the heroes. In the lead role, I think Brett Bassinger was very endearing and likeable as Courtney, alongside strong support from Owen Wilson as her surrogate father Pat Dugan. All of the other Justice heroes, Beth, Yolandi and Rick, all had a good rapport together, as well as dealing with their own personal dilemmas. And whilst being smaller in scale to the other Arrowverse shows, the series would still deliver very exciting and well choreographed action fight sequences. And the show never really branched out into the wider DC mythology, only with the exception of the introduction of Jenny Scott, who was the daughter of the original Green Lantern, Alan Scott. And definitely alongside Superman and Lois, the first 2 seasons of Stargirl made it amongst the strongest superhero series on television. But in the current Zaslav era of DC, that sadly doesn't count for much. And despite the step down in quality in Season 3, I definitely could see enough mileage for a Season 4 of the show, but sadly that wasn't to be. So now then, with all of the Arrowverse almost completely eliminated, the only question left is how much longer will Superman and Lois last for. With an extremely well received first season and currently amongst the highest rated of the existing Arrowverse shows, initially I thought Superman and Lois were strong enough and safe enough to get to a 5th season. But after the cancellation of Stargirl and also the confirmation of Henry Cavill's cinematic Superman returning, and knowing how Warner Brothers doesn't like having the television and movie versions of these superheroes running concurrently at the same time, it wouldn't be all too shocking if Superman and Lois also met its end after its 3rd season. But despite all of that, it's still very unfortunate news for fans of Stargirl, which I think overall was a very strong and compelling superhero series, coming to an end as part of the new DC regime, but it was definitely a show that I think deserved more to end on its own original terms. So those are my overall thoughts and quick feelings on the recent announcement that Stargirl will be coming to an end after its third season. Let me know what you think in the comments below. I did provide a premiere review of the third season, and despite this news, I will still go on to provide an overall season review of the third season when it comes to a close. And you can also check out my other coverage of all of the other Arrowverse shows within the channel and just look towards the particular playlists. So let me know what you think in the comments below. Are you further disappointed, if you are a passionate Arrowverse fan, at seeing all of your favourite shows being very much cut short like this? Or didn't you really have much investment in the universe? And do you think going forward we should be seeing far more standalone series and content concerning the DC heroes? Will we at all see any television content going forward, as what we saw with the Arrowverse for so long? And how exactly will James Gunn and Peter Safran approach the television side of the DC superheroes going forward in the future? It will all be very interesting to see going forward. But let me know what you think in the comments, and if you have any other topics or movies or television shows or any other issues in the entertainment industry that you'd like to see me talk about on the channel, then please also let me know, and I will see if I can provide further commentary for you on that subject matter in the future. Please also hit and like the subscription and notification buttons so I can provide you with more high quality content like this in the future. But that's it for now. Take care of yourselves, and I will see you very, very soon.